Hi, and welcome to Questions Corner by Pixie, where you can ask me any question you want and I will answer it as best as I can. And do not think that I'm answering these questions without any facts or bases behind them, because I do my research and I do make sure that I get every single aspect of knowledge per question researched and checked. So that way I know that everything that I'm saying has at least 1% of truth to it. Then again, my truth and your truth are two totally different things. So, hey. On top of that, there is my rule that there is no such thing as a stupid question. And I stand by that. The only stupid question there is in this world is the question that does not get asked. And if you can't figure out why that is a stupid question, then you need to really think. Any question that is not asked is stupid because you don't have the courage to ask it. Now, I have a friend that decided to challenge that theory of the no stupid questions. And I still don't find his question stupid. I actually find it humorous and unique. So, it took me a week, but I finally came up with the answer for his question. So let's start this shindig off with my friend's question. I hope you guys enjoy it, because I certainly did when I read it. How many bananas does it take to sing the Pledge of Allegiance while Morgan Freeman makes a cup of coffee with a tire iron previously coated with the skin of 100 potatoes, which were previously used to block an asteroid from hitting my left index finger? And that was a tricky question. Very tricky. And it took me a week to decide on how I was going to answer that. I finally think I came up with the best answer. So, my answer to his question is rather simple and hopefully enlightens everybody. And that would be, it takes three gophers doing the cha-cha while praising a llama passing in the middle of a hailstorm of anchovy pizzas being delivered to the White House. Now, you give me a unique question, I will give you a unique answer. So, like I said, there is no stupid question, just unique questions. I did receive a couple other questions, nothing too, big, but the top two that stood out were why do you create a reform if you're not going to run? And this is in regards to my other videos for the presidential reform, as well as on the discussion page section where I wrote it, where I had it written down. I created it not because I want to run, because at the time that I did, I wanted to, but it's not that I don't want to or that I'm not going to. It's I'm not capable of doing it. But maybe somebody who is capable, or somebody who is thoughtful and considerate, reads it, checks it out, sees it. It takes into consideration the ideas that are there. Maybe they'll use it. They don't have to give me credit. I could care less about credit or notoriety. I really could. Even if I did run for president, I wouldn't be doing it for the money or for anything like that. I would just be doing it to make our country a better place. That's it. So, maybe somebody, somewhere, will get a hold of it and be like, oh, those are good ideas. Or, oh, we can make that better. Something. No, my phone. Something. So, instead of keeping it bottled up inside, I decided I'm going to share it. They say sharing is caring. Well, in my case, probably not, because it's rather controversial stuff. But that's just the kind of person I am. So that's why I did the reforms, and that's why I posted it for everybody to see. It's not because I'm not going to run or that I don't want to. It's just I don't have the capability, and I can't. So for those reasons, why deny the possibility that those ideas could be useful to someone else? All they got to do is do some tweaking. tweak it here, tweak it there, do a little this, do a little that. Fix it. Use it. You never know. It may become something beneficial to the country. So, better to be helpful instead of not helpful. You know? So that's that. Now, the next question that I got was, and this is kind of personal and dear to my heart because I love this topic. Well, actually, I love half the topic. What do you think about movie remakes? I love movies. Love them, love them, love them. But not remakes. I have a thing against remakes. A big thing. Unless you can create a better story, a better flow than the original, don't do a remake. Don't. Simply don't. The majority of movie remakes have all flopped against their originals. In comparison from the prices then to the prices now, if you were to even it out, they flopped. The majority of the remakes, the reason they flopped is because they took an original and they twisted it and they warped it. They changed the storyline, they changed quite a bit of the ideals and everything that were originated in another movie, and they warped them. Rarely do they ever get a remake right. Rarely. And if they do, kudos to you. But if you don't, please just stop while you're ahead. Don't let it go into theaters, make it a straight to DVD or straight to VHS movie. Don't ruin it for all of us that love the originals. Clash of the Titans. I love the original. Graphics in the remake were pretty good. Except Medusa. Yes, Medusa was a beautiful woman before she became the Snake Lady. But when she became the Snake Lady, she was extremely hideous. Your graphics for her made her extremely beautiful. Killer. The plot. The difference between two. I like the original plot. I hate the remake plot. Entirely wrong. Because it was Hera, it wasn't Hades. End of story. If you're gonna go for a Greek mythological remake, do it more to the story, just add on to it. You had such great actors in it. Why couldn't you do more? Remake, fail! Nightmare on Elm Street. The remake. My God. I actually paid to go see that. I paid. And I cried. I cried throughout the entire movie. Poor Robert Englund must have been freaking out when he saw it, because that guy did no justice to Freddy Krueger. And the storyline. Oh my God, the storyline. Oh dear God, are you serious? I mean, yes, in the 80s it was really kind of more B-rated now, but they had a better story, better ideal to it, and considering that as the series went on and it became, kind of repetitive, it did get a little wacky, but it was still a namesake. And Freddy Krueger was still extremely scary, no matter how stupid the series got throughout. But the final one, and then the remake just cinched it. Nobody can be Freddy Krueger except Robert Englund. Yeah, Englund. So, remake, fail! Big fail! And, Footloose. My God. Yes, I know rap music is popular. Or at least that techno bass type stuff. It's popular. And you're remaking it for the kids in this day and age. Yeah! Well, for those of us that love the 80s, you totally butchered our music. And for those of us that actually know how to dance, the exact dances that they did in Footloose, you totally screwed that up too. Storyline sucked. I'd have to say there were only 2 credible actors in that entire movie. The rest sucked. And no, they weren't the leads. They were actually secondary cast. But it sucked. Only remake off the top of my head that I can think so far that I actually did enjoy was Godzilla. Now, so this is where it gets controversial for me. Because to me, the newest Godzilla seems more like a adaptation or a homage to the original. Although they did make him a bit fatter and kind of misconstrue it a little bit, but I liked it. I actually liked how they used some of the ideas and stuff from the previous and incorporated it into the current. I give them that credit. They did their best. They tried. And that's what mattered. Final remake. Final one. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Fail. Simple. Fail. I'm sorry. I grew up with watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the TV. And then seeing the live action movie where they actually were in suits, not digitally animated. Suits. And April O'Neil was a redhead. Oh my god! And they actually gave a better history in the original 2 movies than they did on this one on how they came to be. Or why they had an animosity towards, why Shredder had an animosity towards the Master, you know? Just, such a sad day when our remakes make the originals look so much better. We're supposed to have good graphics, great actors. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet in the remake. So, as it stands, I still stand by the majority of remakes suck. And, one more remake I just thought about. I know I said the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a final, but this one. Conan the Barbarian. Awesome looking guy in the remake. Very sexy. I still gotta go Arnold. I still gotta go Arnold. I'm sorry. Huge, muscular, tall, can barely speak. That's a barbarian. Barbarians were known for being stupid and muscle-bound and violent fighters. This guy talked too damn much. A good movie. Any movie. Remake or original. Any movie. If you can play it for 5 minutes and there not be words said, but just occasional looks and glances or grunts, or even just the music, and people are still wrapped into it, that's a good movie. Kids these days, you have to keep talking, keep their attention. I'm sorry. No. If you're going to butcher a remake like that by making them talk, you shouldn't remake it. So, my thoughts of remakes are exactly that. The majority fail. Quit while you're ahead. Please. Just come up with something new. I beg you. But quit. Just quit while you're ahead. Okay. That's enough for Pixie's Questions Corner. And please, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns below, please note them below. I will respond in due time and due diligence with the proper answers to your questions. Otherwise, peace and have a good day.